You know, there is something really liberating about using a piece of tech without constantly having to hold some sort of device. This is what technology should feel like. These are the new Rokid glasses, and they might be just the first pair of smart glasses that truly make sense. I'm Alex, and I do down-to-earth tech videos. So the other day I went out with my son, and he's a teenager, right? Which means half of the time I see him, he's either rolling his eye at me because, I'm embarrassing him trying to take photos. I am the embarrassing dad with a camera, kind of trying to record something for B-roll, or simply trying to get a picture of him for memories, right? This time I just said, "Hi, Rokid, start recording." And just like that, it captured the moment without making him want to kind of crawl into the floor, right? That's when it clicked for me as well. We have seen these AI glasses, and I tested a few here on the channel as well. They usually have a screen built in, or some of them are quite bulky for social situations, or like the Meta glasses, have the camera built in, but don't have a screen, right? Rokid seem to have found a nice middle ground here, I think. And at just 49 grams, these don't have to be some big sci-fi looking gadget on your face. This can just, blend into everyday life, something I've been wanting these companies to do for a long time. So whether I'm hanging out with my family, grabbing lunch, or just walking around, they don't scream tech reviewer or some sort of nerd, They look like normal glasses, but secretly, they're doing all of this wild AI stuff behind the scenes, which is fascinating to see. We get live translation, navigation, camera for photos and video recording as well, and the best thing, all hands-free. And this has been perfect for situations where you just want to, vlog and kind of share where you are as well, without, being in people's faces with a camera. Like in here, I'm making my way to an event in London, and this was awesome just to capture this little moment without even having to take my camera or my phone out to take these videos. And that's really the point of these Rokid glasses. After years of kind of clunky prototypes, right, the overhyped promises, we are getting to a point now that these are pretty much the first smart glasses that I've worn personally that I can actually see myself using in real life, like right now. Not just in the studio, not just for testing, but out in the world. I did a bit of a social test recently with lots of people around me, and not a single person noticed that there were some sort of AI glasses. If you look really closely, you can see it, there's a little screen on them, but you have to be paying attention. Most people don't even realize it. The first thing I notice is the sleek design. We'll talk about performance and how fast they respond to commands as well, but design-wise, they weigh just 49 grams, as I said, with a magnesium aluminum frame and flexible TR90 temples. In simple terms, they're not heavy, not clunky, are very comfortable to use as well, and they come with extra replacements too for kind of different fit. Really comfortable. You can wear them all day without looking like you're kind of walked straight out of a sci-fi movie. And here's something that matters. Even if you don't have perfect vision, they're myopia and astigmatism friendly. Rokid offers prescription lenses that you can insert and attach to the glasses magnetically. You can see here how easily it is to snap in and out, which makes it a huge difference for anyone who wears glasses every day, like myself. I wear contacts as well, but this means these aren't just limited to people with 20/20 vision. They're designed to be practical for everyone. Now, one of the cool things that this does is live translation. This is easily, I'd say, my top 1 or 2 favorite features. So I recorded something here in the studio so you have an idea of how fast it is and how accurate it is as well. It's, sometimes you see these demos and you think, all right, okay, but then in real life, they're not, exactly as you've seen. Not with this. This is super fast. It's almost instant. As the person is talking to you in a different language, you see the translation in real time right in front of you. The classic scenario is traveling. Imagine you are in a foreign country. You go to order food. Instead of fumbling with your phone or kind of trying to translate, which is possible today, right? But you just see the translation pop up in front of you in real time. It's not a gimmick. I've tested it in real conversations, and it makes things a lot smoother. Or even if you're just watching something that you're not really understanding the language and subtitles are not available, not just for stuff that you're watching, but it could be something that in public transport, if you hear some sort of announcement, this could be a lifesaver. Another key feature is the camera. This first-person capture is really interesting as well. It brings people a lot closer to what you're doing. It's perfect for vlogging scenarios. I'm going to be going to an event this week. This is going to be pretty much my second camera because I can now show people what I'm seeing in a very nice angle without having to hold my big camera in front of me to film something that I'm holding. This frees up both my hands now, which is awesome for me. In terms of specs, it's a 12 megapixel camera that can take photos and shoot stabilized video. It's a proper first-person perspective, so instead of pulling out your phone, you just say, "Hi Rokid, record video," and it starts. If you want to be even more discreet, you can just press and hold for a couple of seconds the button here on the right, and it will do the same thing. It records up to 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 10 minutes. You can configure that differently on the app. And talking about the app, it's super easy to transfer those videos and photos over to your phone. You can also choose aspect ratios, set the recording lengths in there, and access all your recorders in there via this Rokid app. Now, arguably, one of the most important features here is the built-in AI assistant. Here's where these glasses kind of stand apart. They're powered by GPT-4 4.0 with a path to GPT-5 later on, which means instead of a limited voice assistant that we used to seeing, right, you basically get ChatGPT power sitting in your glasses now. So if I'm out and about and I want to know what something is, literally, I can just ask, what is it that's in front of me? Or if I need to convert currency, or even just get directions as well, I don't need to pull out my phone. I just ask, and it's right there. That can be superb value. This is the sort of thing I was expecting someone like Apple to do, a long time ago, and then they came up with this impossible to buy Vision Pro thing. And then there's others as well that we'll talk about in a moment, but there's an insight mode in here as well that's coming that uses multimodal AI with live video. And we know how useful this is already with our phones and circle to search and things like that. This is basically that feature on steroids, without having to use your phone or your hands. I didn't think much of this, but the more I use this, the more I realize that is the future. Imagine how helpful that could be as well for people who are visually impaired. That's a big deal, just to kind of be able to ask, what is it that's in front of me?
In front of you is a metallic device mounted on a tripod. It has a rectangular shape with a ribbed or fin design.
And I think there's a safety aspect as well. Like if you're, for example, in a crowded place or in a place that it's not that you don't feel safe taking your phone out, just using this, right? A very discreet pair of glasses, you can just literally, kind of keep, pickpockets and those kind of people away. Now, the real magic of having this display on your face is the heads up functions. This is what it takes it beyond just a camera with AI. Sorry, Meta. But using a teleprompter, I can load talking points or a full script if I want to. Actually, I just noticed something really cool as well when it comes to the teleprompter, is that as you're speaking, the words do what a teleprompter does, which is, they kind of move. So you don't have to be really following the words, because automatically it moves as it hears you talking the words. For example, notes on my laptop. Now it's all floating in front of me and nobody has a clue unless I tell them. That's perfect for speeches, presentations, and even YouTube as well. Perfect if you're filming walk and talks and you're trying to describe stuff and you don't remember like numbers and data, and having that like in front of your face without distracting what you're doing. There's so many cool use cases for this. Talking of which, navigation as well. You're gonna get turn-by-turn visual directions right in front of your eyes, walking, cycling, even public transport as well. No more looking down your phone every 5 seconds to figure out where you are. Kind of avoiding, again, that safety scenario as well. And for me, I'm quite self-conscious in public and trying to record in public as well. So this is really cool for me. If I want to record a clip or something that I see, a very quick command or just a tap and I'm on my way. This is awesome for impromptu clips, and I can use these clips later in photos as well to upload to social media or use it in my videos later, like in this video. What about notifications? Are you gonna lose those on your phone? No, because we have those here too, and they appear at the bottom very discreetly as well, and they're not kind of in your way, they're very quickly disappearing. And of course, if you want to deal with them, you can then pick up your phone and open that email or that message or whatever it is. Honestly, just talking about this, I wish I had this a few years ago when a guy in London on a moped nicked my iPhone on the pavement as well. They drove on the pavement and nicked my iPhone off my hand as I was talking to someone on the phone. It just dawned on me that if I had this, that wouldn't have happened, because there is microphones in here and speakers. So you could be on your phone without being like that. There's definitely something to be said about that. And talking about audio, there are dual speakers built into the arms and a full microphone array with AI noise reduction. That means you can take those calls and play music without shutting out the world around you. It actually sounds surprisingly clear, even in a noise place like the underground or kind of walking down the streets. And because of the speaker design, people next to me don't hear every word blasting out. It's really well designed. Now, when it comes to everyday use and battery life, that's a really important aspect of any of these kind of gadgets, right? Battery life is around 6 to 7 hours in my experience, with AI active throughout the day and taking photos and videos as well. That's definitely enough to get through an entire kind of normal day before having to charge it. What I really enjoyed though, and that's kind of the convenience aspect, is how quick it charges. In about 15 to 20 minutes in my experience, you could be back up and running for a few more hours. And the beauty of charging is that there are multiple ways of topping it up, including using your phone battery. Using my Fold, I was able to go back to from 0 to 70% in less than 30 minutes. I've worn plenty of the so-called smart glasses and reviewed a few here on the channel as well, and there are good things and bad things about all of them. But most were in a social situation, were too clunky, needed to be tethered to another like heavy device that's okay to use at home or maybe even on an airplane. But the best way I could explain this is those now feel like prototypes. Rokid is the first pair I'm able to use casually at a cafe, on the train, talking to people, out walking, that genuinely feel natural. I wasn't thinking about, testing a gadget. I was just wearing glasses that happen to be smart. Now, and talking about competition, sure, if all you care about is Instagram live streams, Ray-Bans, right? They have that locked down. That is an amazing feature. And if you tried the Even Realities G1, those ones are good as well, but they only have subtitles without the audio. Meta, on the other hand, is audio only with no subtitles. Rokid amazingly combined the best of both. Real-time translation, audio and subtitles all in one, and that's what makes it such a leap forward. Plus all the AI features that you want, photos, cameras, and I'm excited to see what else they'll bring as well in future, because this is an awesome start. Are these perfect? No, not yet. But to me, this feels like the closest we've come to smart glasses that you'd actually want to use every day. You'd have no issues wearing this every day, even if you have to wear the magnetic correction lenses in here for your prescription lenses. No issues. Translation, navigation, AI on a tab, plus a proper camera as well, all in something that looks like normal glasses. Rokid glasses are available now on Kickstarter. When it goes out to sale for everyone, it's gonna be about $599. The Kickstarter price though is $499. That's a pretty decent deal, incredible value really for what this can do. I'll leave the links down below if you wanna check them out. Personally, I think this is the most exciting step forward we've seen in wearables. These finally feel like something useful, something that I've been wanting for a long time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.